Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 678th Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. Straight away you'll see this is fought on a custom map hosted by Brotherhood member Crypto. Okay, our first teammate is Brotherhood member Pompey. Now Pompey has got 12 infantry, 2 archers and 6 cavalry. Okay, 12 infantry, 2 archers, 6 cavalry. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry. Usually brings serious cavalry. And there you go, 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry. So I think that's a pretty good balanced Pompey army there. A tried and tested one, I'm guessing. Okay, our next teammate is Brotherhood member Uther. He's called himself Striker Q, but it is Brotherhood member Uther. Now he's got 11 infantry, 5 cavalry, and an old school armoured cavalry general. Okay, so this is another of a tried and tested army of Uther's here. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry. He usually brings quite good cavalry, and he already got 7 upgrades, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry. And as I say, he's bought the old school, old fashioned armoured cavalry general, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fully upgraded there. Okay, and just to say, as we said before, about 12, 13 years ago, up to about 12 or 13 years ago, we all used to bring this unit as our Roman general before most of us switched to an infantry general. So this is genuinely old school, old fashioned, and it'll be interesting to see how well Uther handles this unit during the course of the battle. Okay, so to say that's a tried and tested Uther army there. Our next teammate is myself. Spartan Commander has got his very old Roman army of 13 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, 13 infantry, 6 cavalry from me. And our last teammate is Brotherhood member Man 2. Now Man 2 has got 9 pikes, 6 archers and 6 cavalry. Okay, quick look at the upgrades on his pikes. Okay, he's only got gold shield, gold attack on his pikes. Very unusual to only have gold shield, gold attack, I think, on the pikes. Usually got an experience stripe on. But just look at the length of those pikes there that the enemy have got to fight down to kill the man on the other end. Always a bit of a challenge, but as I say, unusual for just gold shield, gold attack on the pikes, I think. As I say, usually they've got an experience stripe on. So that tells me he's spent his money on his cavalry. There's his 5 archers there. He's got 4 Cretan archers and a cheap short-range archer there. And as we say, he spent his money on his cavalry there. You can see that they are fully upgraded. Now remember, this companion cavalry is really elite cavalry. You fully upgrade it, and that makes it very serious. Remember, they've got a 9 charge bonus as well. So there's Man 2's army there. I think that's an interesting army build, and it should be interesting to see how well he does with it during the course of the battle. So there's our team. Should be a great battle for you to watch. And here is the other team. We have Brotherhood member Crypto. Now Crypto's got his tried and tested Greek cities army of 12 Spartans and 8 Cretan archers. Okay, this is tried and tested, battle hardened army here that he does extremely well with. So it'll be interesting to see how well he does in this battle. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member Lando. Now Lando has got 14 infantry, 3 cavalry and 1 archer. Okay, and you'll find that his infantry, I believe, have mostly got 7 upgrades on, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. Okay, remember, like we've talked about before, that experience stripe is really useful in a battle, really keeps your troops fighting longer. As I say, only 3 cavalry, and he's just got 7 upgrades on, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack, which means he spent most of his money on his infantry. Okay, so that's an interesting Lando army there. I don't think I've seen him bring that army before. Should be interesting to see how well it does. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member Spearman. Now Spearman's got 12 infantry, 3 archers and 5 cavalry. Okay, if you look at the upgrades on his infantry, I think you'll find the forward units there have just got gold shield, gold attack on. They're the ones as pilot shield units there. You go further back into the battle formation there, and you'll see his rear units have got 7 upgrades on, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. So he's certainly got mixed upgrades within his infantry. Quick look at his cavalry. He usually brings serious cavalry. There you go. You got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry. So that's a tried and tested Spearman army there. Be interested to see how well it does. Their next teammate is Brotherhood member Barclayman. Now Barclayman's got 15 Sacred Band Spearmen and 5 Sacred Band Cavalry. If you notice, the forward units of his battle formation have just got gold shield, gold attack on. These are the guys who are going to take the pillars and make first contact with the enemy. If you move back further into his battle formation there, you'll see that he's got 8 upgrades on those units, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Okay, so as I say, those forward units that take the pilots make first contact with the enemy, gold shield, gold attack, and then his elite infantry at the back of his battle formation there with 8 upgrades on will then come forward to engage the enemy. So I think that's a pretty good battle formation there. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry, and he just got gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry because he's obviously spent most of his money on his infantry there. Okay, so there's the enemy team there. And let's just go over here for a second here to see Uther's armoured cavalry general there. Now you can see he's got that general right at the front of his setup area there. Now the reason he's doing that, I'm thinking, is because he's looking to try and take out some of those Cretan archers of Crypto. Now Crypto will be aware of that, so he'll be watching that armoured cavalry general very closely. Be interesting to see how Uther handles this situation. Okay, this very, very early stage of the battle, we literally just pressed start here. You can see Lando moving his SBQR army forward there, and you can see Crypto running his archers forward there as well. Now, just to say, Crypto keeps his archers in close, tight formation, and by doing that, he creates a blizzard of arrows, a literal blizzard of arrows he can create with those 8 Cretan archers in close, tight formation. He keeps them really well grouped, and as I say, it is an absolute blizzard of arrows coming down on top of enemy troops there. So it'll be interesting to see how well he does there. Now, is Uther going to move that fast-moving armoured cavalry general towards those archers? You can see Lando moving his SBQR army forward. We know Lando is one of the most aggressive attacking players on Rome Total War, and you can see there he's laying his credentials right on the table there by moving his SBQR army forward. Right, here you'll see that Crypto's Cretan archers are trying to target that fully upgraded unit of Uther's armoured cavalry general there. He won't cause him any casualties, I don't think, there, because it's fully upgraded, and with the 2 hit points that it's got as well, I don't think it'll suffer hardly any casualties at all. As I say, you can see Lando here moving that SBQR army of his forward there, looking to try and hit Pompey, I think, before he can move over to his allies. And as I say here, you can see the Cretan archers there with their long range and the devastation that they can do trying to shoot Pompey's unit in the rear. There you can see Pompey's already lost men from his units there from the long range arrows of these Cretan archers. Okay, remember those Cretan archers can be incredibly tough there and do a heck of a lot of damage with those arrows there. Okay, so as I say, you can see Lando running that SBQR army forward, showing his, as I say, his attacking credentials there to everybody. And you can see here that Crypto's backing him up with his Greek cities, Spartans, and those long-range Cretan archers as well. Okay, now I think Pompey's doing the right thing in moving his Bruto army back, otherwise he's going to be fighting both SBQR and Greek cities there. So that's a good withdrawal tactic there by Pompey. But now you can see Uther's army there could well be in Lando's target there. Okay, so there you are. You can see Lando now moving towards Uther's army there. He may well be thinking of hitting Uther's army while Spearman's cavalry charges in as well. So poor old Uther better watch out there, because he could well get hit. As I say, we know what Lando's like. All he knows really is attack, 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 and you can see him moving towards Uther's army now. Now, unfortunately, can you see that Uther's in a bit of an awkward position here if he tries to withdraw? Okay, can you see why he might be in a bit of an awkward position if he tries to withdraw from that position? Because really the best thing for him to do is to pull back, really, I think, a little bit. But if he does that, of course, he is now in range of the Cretan archers. And of course, if Uther pulls back, he's going to show the weakest part of his units, the rear, to these Cretan archers. And he could suffer a heck of a lot of casualties if he pulls back. Now, whether Crypto's going to concentrate on Uther's army or whether Crypto's concentrating on our archers, I'm not sure. But as you can see here, you can see Uther's now decided to pull back. It's a good tactical move there, as long as the Cretan archers don't target his units as they're moving back. And it looks to me like they're not doing that. I think they were concentrating on our archers there. As you can see, I think these units here, you can see would have suffered casualties if those Cretan archers were concentrating on him. But I don't think they are. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they were concentrating on our allies' archers there, Pompey's. So that was a bit of luck there for Uther there. Now, if you notice here, can you see that Pompey has got his archers in really extended open order there? Okay, I don't think he could open them up any more than that, so they're going to suffer absolute minimum damage from archer damage. You know what I mean, from archer fire there. But if you notice here, you can see that Crypto has got his archers still in quite a tight formation there, and they will suffer a heck of a lot more damage from those 2 archer units in fully extended formation there than what they will do to those units. You see what I mean? So as I say, those Cretan archers there, I think Crypto's so used to using those Cretan archers when the other team hasn't got archers there, and that's why he's keeping them in close, tight formation. Right, as I say here, you can see Uther pulling his infantry back, but I think he just got targeted by some Cretan archers there, and as I say, he's lost a few men there as he pulled back, but he didn't lose as many men as he could have done if Crypto was really concentrating on him from the front here. I just want to show you Crypto's Spartan formation there, and that's a massively long either attacking wall. Imagine those 12 Spartans running towards you in that formation, or it's a massive defensive wall as well. That's such a wide formation there. It's more difficult to get round that formation if you were attacking. But imagine those 12 Spartan units running towards you. And as I say, his archers unit, look at the casualties that these archer units have suffered there, because I think they're still in quite close, tight formation from those 2 fully extended open order archers of Pompey's. Okay, so newer players to Rome Total War, I would advise you when you're fighting enemy archers to have your archers in open order like Pompey has there, otherwise you'll suffer a lot of casualties. And I found that out when I first started to play Rome Total War. I kept my archers in a close, tight formation inside a Spartan box that I'd made, and my archers got taken out pretty quick by the enemy archers there. So, as I say, Pompey set a good example there with his archers. Okay, at this stage of the battle here, you'll see an overall picture there. You'll see Lando moving his SBQR army a little bit back there from Uther's Scipio army there. A little bit of pilot exchanging going on here between Pompey's Brutii forward units and Lando's forward units there, as you can see. So there's a general overview of the battle as it stands at the moment. There, now you can see that massive line of Spartans there. Now if Crypto attacks is part of his units would engage the forward units of Pompey, well, Crypto could get other units around the flank of Pompey there. You see what I mean about that wide attacking formation of Spartans there? Could be quite effective. As I say here, you got Lando attacking the forward units of of Uther's infantry there. And over here on the left flank, you can see that my army is facing the enemy Julii army there. And I know that I was watching very closely that Carthage army coming in on my left, on the left flank as well there. Okay, so as I say, I'm facing the Julii Roman army there of spearmans. Okay, so that's fair enough. But I was very interested to see where this Carthage army was going to go. I didn't know whether he was going to come round the flank here and do a joint attack on my army with the enemy Julii army, or if he's going to get in behind his allies there to target our Macedonian ally. My guess is that the Carthaginian are there specifically to target the Macedonians in our team. That's what I'm guessing there. So it'll be interesting to see where he positions himself with that Carthaginian army. But as I say here, as you can see on our left flank here, it's me facing Spearman's Julii army. And you can see here, as I say, Lando, as we know, very aggressive, very attacking player there, attacking Uther's forward units there. I noticed that Lando's got a very old school battle formation there. You'll notice that his infantry are slightly curved there when he actually stands still, but it looks like he's going to do an aggressive infantry attack here on Uther's units there. Just look at that SBQR infantry moving in on Uther's infantry there. Now what I'm thinking here, the enemy may well try and ram home that attack with a cavalry hit. That's why they may well do there. You can see now that Julii cavalry of Spearman are going to come in. He's going to go through Lando's infantry and smash into Uther's Scipio infantry there. Get ready for this, and bang, as he smashes in there. What an impact with that Julii cavalry there into Uther's battle formation. Remember, that battle formation of Uther's is tried and tested there. So that Julii cavalry didn't rout too many units there. Right, now you can see I'm going to counter-attack with my cavalry. Okay, but I'm not going to go for that Julii cavalry. Can you see why I'm not going to attack that Julii cavalry? Just look at some of the units behind that Julii cavalry that's just coming into the fray. Okay, can you see the Spartans there? Crypto's bought some Spartan spear units there. So obviously I don't want to charge into that Julii cavalry because I could well bump into those anti-cavalry spearmen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to concentrate on this flank of here. Okay, I'm going to try and smash through this flank of the enemy SBQR infantry, hopefully before any Spartan spears can get over there. Okay, so that's the target I'm going for there of Lando's army. Just like to show you over here on the right flank, you'll see both Pompey, okay, I've got his 6th cavalry over there, and Mantu has got his cavalry over there as well, looking to do a flanking action on the Greek cities here. Now remember, the Greek cities got no cavalry, so they may well be looking, Pompey and Mantu may well be looking to take out the enemy archers or take on the enemy cavalry there. Okay, so here, as I say, you can see Pompey's Brutio army facing the Greek cities, but you can see Crypto's moving his Greek cities more up to the centre. It looks to me like they want to try and smash through Uther's army here. This looks like where the hammer blow has fallen the hardest so far. Right, as I say, I'm counter-attacking there. You'll see I'm moving my infantry over there as well. Some of my units engaging that SBQR infantry, and there goes my cavalry, and bang! As they smash into that SBQR infantry there of Lando's. Okay, so that was a nice targeted hit there by my cavalry, avoiding hopefully the Spartan spears there and just smashing into that enemy SBQR infantry. Okay, I can see some Carthage spearmen coming towards me now, so it would be a good idea for me to back my cavalry off. I noticed that Uther's cavalry smashed into that Julii cavalry there and routed a heck of a lot of them there. Right, let's just pause the game. So I'm now going to pull my cavalry back, as I say, because I can see those Carthage Sacred Band units moving in there. And over on our right flank here, as I say, Pompey and Mantu doing a good job there. You can see there that Pompey's already attacking enemy archers. Crypto's trying to put a wall of spearmen up there to protect the rear of his engaged Spartans there. He doesn't want cavalry smashing into the rear of his engaged Spartans, so he's put a wall there. But as I say, you can see their lack of cavalry now because Crypto bought Greek cities, of course, no cavalry, so their lack of cavalry there, and our cavalry numbers could start to tell. But as I say, they would love to smash into the rear of those engaged Spartans there. Okay, you can see Mantu's moving his line of Macedonian pikemen forward there. Now my guess is he's going to try and engage those Greek city Spartans there. So that's what's happening on our right flank and right centre. Okay, over here on our left flank and left centre here, you can see our left centre where Uther seems to be the place that they're trying to attack and smash through there. Just looking at the attacking force there that hit Uther, they were trying to really smash through his army there, but Uther's infantry held really well there, bearing in mind the impact that he took. Okay, so there's a general overview here of on the left flank and left centre there. You can see that Spearman has moved his Julii army forward there to engage the forward units of my Scipii army there. Right, now here you can see Mantu has moved his line of Macedonian pikemen forward there to start to engage those Spartans. Okay, so that's a good bit of support there by Mantu. He's helping Pompey's Brutii army out there. Okay, so that's a nice move there. Meanwhile, over here, as I say, on this right flank, Pompey's cavalry and Mantu's cavalry doing a really good job keeping the enemy eye on this left flank. They've got to watch the left flank there, so that's maybe taking a bit of concentration off on the other flank there. Okay, but as I say, you can see Lando's SBQR army really pushing forward there. As we know, as we said before, Lando, very good attacking player there. He's got stripes on his infantry as well. Right, can you see I'm charging my cavalry in again? You can see that, and bang, as I charge in there into that SBQR infantry. But I'm aware that there's a Carthage spear unit heading towards my cavalry there. Okay, so both Uther and myself are charged into those SBQR infantry there. But that Carthage anti-cavalry spear unit, Sacred Band unit, is moving forward now, so I need to turn my cavalry and get it out of there now. Obviously I don't want to tangle with spear unit, an anti-cavalry spear unit with my cavalry. Okay, so I need to pull my cavalry out now. I just wanted to hit those SBQR units there. Haven't routed any of them, but I'm guessing that I probably weakened quite a few. And if I was Uther, I would pull my cavalry out as well now, seeing those Carthage spear units starting to come in and integrate themselves with Lando's SBQR army. Okay, as I say, good support there by Barclay Man, bringing those spear units forward there, because that's basically stopped our cavalry attacks now on that SBQ infantry. So nice bit of support there by Barclay Man, and of course their archer fire is starting to target our cavalry as well. But meanwhile, over on our right flank here, it looks a bit messy. Can you see, if you look here, it does look a little bit messy here on our right flank. Remember that Pompey's Brutii army and Mantu's Macedonians are our team. The enemy are the Red and the Carthage and the Greek city there. Okay, so as I say, Pompey's doing well with his cavalry there, taking out a lot of enemy archers. You've got Mantu's companion cavalry in behind it. Remember, Mantu's cavalry is fully upgraded, and don't forget they've got that massive 9 charge bonus as well. Okay, over here on the left flank, you'll see that Lando's moved his 3 cavalry units around here. Now what he's hoping here, as you see he's moving around the flank, he's hoping that Spearman is going to attack and engage my Scipii infantry there. That's what he'd like to do. He'd like to see Spearman really engage and attack my forward units, and then he would love to smash his cavalry into the flank of my engaged units there. Okay, but if you notice here, I've spotted that and I'm moving my cavalry over, and my guess is here that Lando would now move his SBQ cavalry out the way, because obviously he didn't want to take on 6 cavalry with 3 cavalry there. So as I say there, you can see Lando now moving his cavalry out the way, so he's going to have to think of another tactic there if he wants to attack my army. But as I say, here is an interesting tactic by Lando here. Okay, he knows that they're out-caved. You know, we've got more cavalry than them, because as I say, they've got Greek cities there, so we've got more cavalry than them. So what he's doing is bringing his infantry over as well. Now you can see that Julii cavalry of Spearman fighting Pompey's Brutii cavalry. Now you've got the SBQ cavalry of Lando coming into the fray as well, and that wouldn't surprise me, there you go, if Pompey pulls his cavalry back there. Mantu was going to charge his fully upgraded companion cavalry in, but stopped there. Okay, so now at the rear here, where we were doing so well with our cavalry, we've got infantry and cavalry here, enemy infantry and cavalry working together now. So Pompey and Mantu is going to have to be very careful with the way they handle their cavalry now, because as I say, you can see Lando's taking infantry over there as well. Okay, you've got Greek city units there, but as I say, Lando's infantry is teamed up with the cavalry, the Julii cavalry and Carthage cavalry there. So we have to be very careful here. Actually, this right flank, if you look, could be a bit kind of dodgy for us here. Now if you notice here, just look at the number of enemy troops. Now here you can see there's several Carthage units there attacking that Macedonian unit there. You've got Pompey's units there helping the Macedonian general there. But if you notice on the right flank here, looking at the infantry and cavalry of the enemy, including those Greek cities units, I think our right flank could be, as I say, in a very delicate position there, I think. Let's say here you can see Spearman's Julii army and the Carthage army there. Oh my gosh, well that's Pompey's general's just been taken out. So he's lost his general morale bonus there. And as I say, you can see the enemy Carthage and enemy Julii troops pushing in on Uther's infantry there. Okay, so this is something I spotted during the course of the battle that I hope you'll find quite interesting. Okay, and now at the rear of the enemy team here, you can see that Mantu's fully upgraded companion cavalry are fighting with the Sacred Band cavalry there that are also well upgraded. Okay, so what I'm thinking here, you can see my cavalry locked and loaded. Now what I'm thinking here is that if I could punch a hole through that enemy Julii infantry and come out through them, I could then help Mantu against that Sacred Band enemy cavalry. Do you see what I mean? So what I want to do here, my tactic here with my cavalry is to try and smash through that Julii infantry, come out behind them and help Mantu against that Sacred Band cavalry. So that's what I'm going to look to do there. As I say, here you can see I think Uther's holding extremely well against the enemy Julii and Carthage there. If you notice here, nice positioning of the Macedonian general and Uther's general there. You can see Uther's general and the Macedonian general there, not actually in the fray, but give a morale bonus to the fighting troops there. So that's nice positioning. Here you can see that Pompey's got his infantry line there, but just look at the enemy troops. Remember, the enemy are the SBQR, the Julii and Greek cities. Look at how many they've got on our right flank there. Now that to me looks a bit dangerous for our right flank. I don't know what you guys think watching this, but our right flank to me definitely looks like it could be broken there. Okay, so as I say, here with my cavalry, I'm looking to punch a hole through that Julii infantry there and come out the back and help Man 2 against that Sacred Band cavalry. Okay, so here comes my cavalry now. Wedge formation for more impact, more damage there. You can see I'm going to charge through my infantry now. You might see the Julii infantry charge to try and engage my cavalry, which they're doing there. Right, and bang, as I smash into that Julii infantry. Right. Just want to show you something here. Now, can you see a small gap there? Okay, can you see the small gap between that Julii unit there and that other Julii unit there? See that gap in between them? Okay, now what I'm looking to do is try and force my cavalry through that gap, okay, to come out behind those Julii infantry and then go over to Man 2 and help fight that Sacred Band cavalry, right? So through that little gap, okay, watch my cavalry now. I'm really trying to force through that gap there. I'm really trying to force through that Julii infantry, which I've done. Okay, I've punched a hole through that Julii infantry, which is what I wanted to do, and now I'm hoping that Man 2 is going to turn his companion cavalry back on that Sacred Band cavalry, and bang! Now we got a good chance of taking out this Sacred Band cavalry between us here. This could be a good move there by both of us there. And it worked, the plans worked. There you are. Between us now, we've taken out all that Sacred Band cavalry through me smashing through that Julii infantry and Man 2 turning there as well and into smashing into that. So we've taken that Sacred Band cavalry out there. I thought that was a nice move there, but now can you see that Sacred Band spear unit moving towards my cavalry? So I need to get out of there now. Obviously, I don't want to fight with anti-cavalry spear unit there, but as I say, that's what I wanted to do. Managed to do that. Now meanwhile, over on our right flank here, you'll see, I think, all of Man 2's Macedonian units infantry has now been routed. All his Man 2's pike units have been routed except his general unit. Okay, so all of Man 2's pikes have now been routed. All he's got left is his general unit now. Okay, and you can see the enemy, the Greek cities, the SBQR, the Julii cavalry and Carthage here, all starting to head towards the thin green line of Pompey. Okay, the thin green line of Pompey's Brutio army now has got all that enemy, all those enemy troops heading towards them there, and in effect our right flank has been broken. Make no mistake about that, our right flank has been broken. You got SBQR cavalry ready to charge in here. Look, they're going to smash into Uther's infantry there. Let's say my infantry here is holding against that Julii infantry there. You can see a Spearman really attacking there with his infantry, but my formation still holding. But I need to get my cavalry away from that spear unit, and so does Man 2. We need to get our cavalry away. You can see Man 2 charge his companion cavalry into the enemy Julii infantry there. Remember that Man 2's cavalry is fully upgraded, and he's got that massive 9 charge bonus. Remember, the charge bonus is the impact and penetration that a cavalry unit can do, and that's got a 9 charge bonus there. Remember, Praetorian cavalry have only got a 6 charge bonus, so that just goes to show how strong the charge bonus is of that companion cavalry. Okay, now here you can see my Scipii cavalry returning there. Now I was thinking of smashing into that Julii infantry, but I saw those Carthage Sacred Band units there that are now attacking the forward units of my infantry. And now, just like I show you here, great attack here by Uther's cavalry there. He's been using his cavalry extremely well all over the battlefield here. Okay, so Uther's doing really well there. A counter attack there, an SBQ, a cavalry attack there. And now Uther's punched through the enemy battle line there, is now trying to charge into the rear of that Carthage Sacred Band unit there, if you notice. But the enemy SBQ, cavalry and infantry are closing in on him. Oh dear, that's bad news for us. Our Macedonian allies just lost his general there. Right, okay, can you see my cavalry charging in? Now what I want to do is 2 things here. I want to really try and weaken that Julii infantry, but I want to smash into the back of that engaged Carthage spear unit there and try and rout it. Okay, so 2 things I want to do with this cavalry. Try and weaken that Julii infantry is the first thing, and secondary, try and rout that Carthage spear unit. And bang, as my cavalry smashes in there. Love to rout that spear unit there, which we've done. That's good news for us. Routed that spear unit of Carthage. Now I need to get my cavalry out the way there. I would have weakened that Julii infantry as well with that smash through cavalry charge there. You can see one of those Julii units routing already. So the combination, what I wanted to do with my cavalry, I did there. And you can see there Pompey charging his cavalry, and bang, as he charges it into that weakened Julii infantry there, routing a lot of units there. Nice hit there by Pompey's cavalry. So well done to him. But as I say, you can see the enemy over here on our right flank. As I say, they broke our right flank, and now you've got Carthage, you've got Greek cities and enemy SBQR troops pouring into the centre now. You've got cavalry, enemy cavalry out there as well. You can see the Carthage Sacred Band pushing in on my Scipii army there. Okay, so what I've tried to be an anchor here with my army. I've been attacked by Julii, by Carthage as well. So I'm just trying to hold there as long as I can. But here you can see Uther's done really well with his army. Remember the impacts and penetration that he was suffering from enemy attacks there. But he's held extremely well there in the centre. And as I say, Pompey's held the thin green line out here on the right. Bearing in mind our right flank was broken. I think Pompey's done well in holding there. Plus, as I say, you've got Mantu's fully upgraded companion cavalry at the back there. And you've got his archer shooting into the enemy as well. Okay, but if you just look here, you can see there's an archer unit of Pompey's out there. But here you can see that my cavalry and Pompey's cavalry have done quite well here against this Julii. Right, can you see I'm charging my battle damaged cavalry in, trying to take out that Julii general if I can, and bang, as my cavalry smashes in there. I just don't think I got the numbers to be able to penetrate through to that general. Now you can see the enemy SBQR cavalry charging in to counter my charge. Now you've got the Greek cities, and then you've got the SBQR troops coming in as well. But you can see Pompey's Brutii cavalry charging in there, and bang, as he smashes in there. You got more numbers than me, and he's managed to cause one of the Julii units to rout, but we still can't take out that Julii general yet. Okay, but you've got enemy SBQR infantry moving into the fray, as well as that Carthage Sacred Band Spearman as well moving in. Okay, so as I say here, you can see a lot of Sacred Band Spearmen moving in here towards the centre, and you've got Spartan units in there, and as I say, you've got enemy SBQR units there as well. Okay, so as you can see there, a lot of pressure there still being felt by our troops. As I say, with my army, I'm just trying to stay defensive here. Holding the best I can. There you can see I've thrown a couple of units in there to try and help Pompey's Brutii unit there against those SBQR units there. You can see Uther's brought a couple of his battle damaged infantry over there to throw in as well. Okay, so as I say here, things maybe not looking that good. Here you can see Pompey's Brutii cavalry charging in yet again, and bang, as they smash in there. Look at the impact and penetration of that Brutii cavalry. Even though they're extremely battle damaged, they've got some good penetration there with that wedge formation of that cavalry there. Right, you can see I'm charging my cavalry, and I want to go for that Julii general, and bang, as I charge in there. Unfortunately, some of those SBQR infantry just blocked my cavalry charge there, so I couldn't quite get the full impact I was hoping for onto that Julii general. But as I say here, you can see the battle still really up in the air there. Luckily, we've got Uther's general still alive, giving him good morale bonus there. And of course, I've got my general as well, and we've got the Brutii infantry of Pompey moving into the fray as well there. Okay, my guess is he's going to take him into the fray there. As I say, with my infantry here on this particular position, I've just been holding. I've tried to be a bit like of an anchor for the team, if you like. And you can see Carthage Sacred Band here and Greek city units still ready to move into the fray. Okay, so as I say, the battle's still right up in the air at the moment. Here you can see a couple of SBQR units coming in behind Uther's infantry, and bang, as they charged in there. But I've got a lot of my Scipii infantry involved now. You can see Pompey's charging his cavalry in again, and bang, as he charges in there. Nice hit there once again by Pompey's cavalry, routing some of the enemy units there. Really well done to him. That's the enemy SBQR general dead, so that's good news for us. Okay, so I just wanted to show you a tactical movement here, which I'm doing. If you notice, I've got my infantry general here, giving general morale bonus to these troops that are fighting at the moment, okay? So I've got my general there doing that. Now my Eagle unit, okay, I'm moving over to the other part of the battlefield there. Okay, you can see my Eagle unit. I'm moving that over to this part of the battlefield here to try and give morale bonus there to my allies and my own infantry. Remember, an Eagle unit gives a command unit bonus to allied troops as well as his own troops. So that's why I'm going to move this Eagle unit over here to try and give more morale to our fighting troops there, okay? So that's why I've moved that Eagle unit in. I'm going to keep that Eagle unit out of the fray. I'm just going to keep it there to give morale bonus to our fighting troops. Right, pause the game for a second here. Now you can see the Carthage Sacred Band really pushing in. You've got Greek Cities unit. And there's Spearman's General, give a morale bonus there. And as I say there, you can see a lot of enemy troops pushing in on us there, including Greek City Spartan units. Okay, there, let's see. You can see them pushing in as well against our Brutii allies. So that's why my Eagle units there, given a command unit morale bonus there, and you've got Uther's General there as well. So between us, we're giving as much morale as we can to our fighting troops. Okay, now meanwhile over here, I've got a tactical attack question for you, just to see what you would do. So imagine you're in charge of this fully upgraded Macedonian cavalry. Where are you going to charge that cavalry in that could be maybe a decisive cavalry charge of the battle? Now, would you charge those cavalry into this melee going on here, smash into the rear of those engaged enemy troops, including that Julii General? Do you think that you could take all those units out with that massive cavalry attack? Remember, you got a 9 charge bonus there, pretty good numbers in those cavalry. Or would you charge into the rear of these units here? Now look, you've got the Carthage General and you've got the enemy Greek Cities General unit there as well. Give a morale bonus. So would you smash into the rear of these units here, or would you smash into the other group that is fighting there? Which way would you go with your cavalry if you were in charge of these cavalry? Interesting question there, isn't it? And don't forget, mind, man 2's got to make a decision right in the middle of a battle. Which way is he going to use those cavalry? Which way would you use them here? Please leave what you would do in the comments. It'd be interesting to see what people think they would do with this cavalry. Okay, man 2's made a decision. Right, can you see where he's going to here? He's going to smash into the back of these 2 generals, the Greek Cities General and the Carthage General, and that other spear unit as well. Bang, 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 and those other 2 units are going to come as well, and bang, as they smash in there as well. Nice hit there by man 2. Okay, so he's taken out the Carthage General, and we've got Pompey charging an infantry unit in as well to help here. But as I say, you can see that the Greek Cities General and the Carthage General taken out there in that massive cavalry hit there by man 2. So he's taken the general morale bonus straight away from the enemy team there. 2 general morale bonuses there. So well done there. And now we can start moving our troops over here to try and support the fight. As I say, I've got my Eagle unit there, still giving morale to my fighting troops and my allies' fighting troops there, but not in the melee. If you notice there, I'm keeping that Eagle unit out of the melee there. But now we can charge our troops over here after beating those units there, and we can charge them into the fray there, including that Macedonian cavalry, charging there and bang as they smash in there. Nice hit there. And as I say, we've routed a lot of enemy troops there, and now the Julii General has been routed as well. So that's the end of their general morale bonus there, and it looks like our team may well go on to win this battle. There's still some Sacred Band units left there. We know how difficult they are to kill, but if you notice here, we've got Uther's General and my general morale bonus. Now that makes a big difference at this stage of the battle, having morale and my Eagle unit as well. Okay, so the morale, you can't underestimate how much morale bonus is really important, especially towards the end of the battle when your troops are battle damaged, tired. And there goes Pompey's cavalry. Like, you still got cavalry left there, and bang as he charges it into that tired Sacred Band unit there, pushes it on forward there. And as I say, you can see man 2's fully upgraded companion cavalry charging in there as well, and you can see that enemy Carthage Sacred Band unit starting to rout there as we're charging. I'm either going to charge my Eagle unit in there as well to help finish off that that infantry there. So there we are. It looks like our team has managed to go on to win the battle there. But that's basically what you can see there, is basically all we've got out of 4 armies. Now if we look at the battlefield here, we'll see over on our right flank here, you can see a lot of dead red cloaked Spartans. As I say, on the battlefield you really do see where the Spartans have fought and died, because their red cloaks really stick out on the green background there, as you can see. At the back here you can see a lot of archers have been killed there. Looks like a Macedonian unit or a couple of units been taken out there. And over at the back here you can see looks like a big cavalry scrap at the back here, but this is the main battle line here. You can see the battle line here of where the two armies were really engaged there by the absolute massive piles of dead all the way along this battle line here. So as I say, you can really see where the two armies were engaging here by just the piles of dead in basically a straight line all the way along here. And over onto the left flank there, where we managed to hold there against their attack. But if I say, just look at that line there, you can see the battle line there of both armies there, just where we were engaging. So you can see how intense the fighting was. And I think a real battle of attrition here. I think they might just have a couple of archer units left. I think Spearman still got a couple of archer units left trying to kill Uther's general. You can see Uther's only got 2 men left in his general unit, but he's still attacking those Roman archers of Spearman here. Right, did you see the general unit just glow there? Okay, that general unit's just had a battlefield promotion. Now remember, when a unit does well in battle, it gets a battlefield promotion there. And as I say, you saw Uther's general unit it glowed there, so it had a battlefield promotion there. So well done to Uther. Let's just pause again for a second here. So just to say that the entirety of Uther's army are the 2 men left in his general unit. Everything else in his army has been destroyed. Here you can see Pompey's got 1 unit there. Let's have a look how many more units has he got. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think he's got 4 very battle damaged units left. That's all that Pompey's got left as well. And I think for man 2, I think all he's got is basically very battle damaged cavalry and 1 rallied pike unit. I think that pike unit was rallied after it routed there, and just battle damaged cavalry, and that's all he's got left. That is the entirety of our 4 armies. So I was thinking this is going to be a pretty close battle there. As I say, that's all we've got left. So as I say, there's a real battle of attrition there, a really intense battle. Okay, first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game there. I thought everybody played well, and what surprised me was an average victory. I thought I would put money on that being a close victory when we just saw how many troops we had left at the end. So I'm very surprised at that. I thought it would be a close victory there. Okay, highest kills in the game goes to Brotherhood member Crypto. 1,713 kills with his Greek cities army there. So really well done to him there, with that wide battle formation of Spartans and those 8 Cretan archers that create a blizzard of arrows. Okay, so say well done to Crypto. Well done to Lando. Probably didn't get the kills that he wanted to there, even though he was very aggressive with his infantry and cavalry. As I say, probably didn't get the kills that he wanted to there, but he did well. Well done to Spearman. He probably didn't get the kills that he wanted to either there, but I thought he did well. With his Julia army. And well done to Barclayman with Carthage. Got some good kills there, 1,430. So really well played, guys. Great teamwork there. The kills of my army, not very good. I suppose I was defensive most of the battle there, so I suppose kills not too bad, but you know, not really brilliant. Well done to Uther there. I thought he held incredibly well in the centre there against massive odds. Did extremely well there and did well with his general as well. Well done to man 2, 1,600, nearly 1,700 kills with Macedon. So he did really well there, I thought, with the Macedonian faction there. So well done to him, and well done to Pompey as well. I thought Pompey held well on that right centre there after our right flank was broken, so really well played there. But something I wanted to draw your attention to in this battle, which I thought you might find interesting. Can you see that the spear units got the highest kills there, first kill, okay, highest kills, and then the pike units got the second highest kills. Okay, and then the spear units of Carthage got the 3rd highest kills. So the 1st, 2nd and 3rd highest kills in the battle were spear and pike factions. Now that's quite a surprise, because bearing in mind that Rome has got excellent infantry, excellent cavalry and excellent archers, you think that there would be a Roman army somewhere in the 1st, 2nd and 3rd highest kills, but no. So it just goes to show, if you can handle pikes and spears well, you can get some great kills. If you enjoyed this battle, please give us a thumbs up, or even put a comment. It's always nice reading your comments there. Spartan Commander saying bye for now, and see you soon.